Hi, I'm Janice, the host of Ottawa Wedding Insider, your behind-the-scenes look at wedding vendors and venues in Canada's National Capital Region, sharing stories, facts, and answers to help you get your wedding planning on. Today I'm here with Sophie Branchaud from Sage Designs, and we are going to talk about Decor. In 2012, Sophie successfully completed the Preston Bailey Event Design course in Las Vegas, Nevada, making Sage Designs the only PB Design certified studio in Eastern Ontario. Sophie was also selected as one of only 30 participants from around the world for a special Preston Bailey and Friends event in New York City in February of 2014. I just want to say that's really amazing.
Thanks, Janice.
Welcome, Sophie, and thanks for being here with me today.
Thanks for having me.
Planning your wedding takes on average 250 hours, and it requires a lot of patience.
True story.
When thinking about the vendors involved and what you can and can't live without, many questions come up. So together, Sophie and I came up with most asked questions so we can help you put at least some things into perspective. So let's start. I guess the first question would be, why should someone get Decor other than what the venue supplies?
It's a really great question, and every venue is completely different. So you'll have some venues where you're going to walk in and you're literally just renting a room. So you're going to have to bring in everything. That means tables, chairs, linens, your cutlery, your dishes, everything, start to finish. Other venues supply nearly all the decor. So some venues are even now providing the linens, the centerpieces, lighting, the whole shebang. So knowing what your venue provides right off the bat is really key before you get into the decor process. Now, for those venues that provide everything, the reason I'd say that you should add a little extra is because you're kind of getting limited options with the venue. So you're going to have one, maybe two kinds of centerpiece designs, a couple of different options for the table linens and such. And so if you want something that doesn't look cookie cutter and doesn't look like a copy and paste from all of the other events that happen in that space, then you're going to want to have an outside designer come in and help you add some special touches.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So how can Decor transform a room then?
In so many ways. And of course, the type of venue that you're working in plays a big role. But we like to work with our clients to really help them layer various elements. So the colors that you're bringing in, the different textures that you're bringing in with the linens and flowers and whatnot, and the lighting of a space can really work together to completely transform the look of a room.
Cool. So you can add like backdrops and different lighting all around the room, and it'll just make it look totally different. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome. So do you take care of all the setup and the takedown?
Yes. So Sage Designs is a design and decor firm. So we only take on a very small number of events every year. So the events that we do take on, we get very invested in. And so we work with the clients from the very beginning to the very end of the process. And that means brainstorming ideas for color concepts and various elements to bring in, what look and feel they're trying to achieve in the space. And so being there at the very end to execute everything and bring in our professional team to make sure it's all been done properly is really important to us.
I guess that makes sense. You don't want something to be set up differently than what you talked about and how it was designed.
Absolutely, yeah.
So when would you normally do a setup?
It really depends on the event. If we're bringing flowers into a space, we always set up the same day. And for most events, we set up the same day. We'll go in the morning, usually around 9 or 10 a.m., and then we'll do the installation and have everything set just before the guests start to come in to make sure that everything is perfect right up until that point. It also gives us a chance to light candles and do all those little last-minute touches to make sure that everything's ready to go. There are instances where a client will request that we set up earlier, and most of the time we can accommodate whatever the setup schedule is.
Okay, cool. So with that being said, when would you do a teardown?
It very much depends on the venue itself. We prefer to do the teardowns the day after an event or a couple of days after the event. However, there are certain venues in Ottawa that require you to do teardown the same evening, and so there's times when we have to accommodate that.
So would there be an additional charge for the same evening teardown then?
Yes,
yeah,
of course.
So you do Ottawa and surrounding areas. How far do you deliver?
It really depends on the client. We have clients who come from Toronto who have asked us to go all the way out there. We've done events in Montreal, in Kingston, in Napanee, in Brockville. And so if the client is looking to have us come out, we'll come out to pretty much wherever.
Perfect. Have you done any destination weddings?
Well, destination is subjective, right? So we've gone out to Perth, which is considered a destination from Ottawa.
Right.
Toronto's destination from Ottawa. So yes, but if you're talking like overseas destination, no, that's not really something that we could accommodate at this point because we'd have to bring all of the materials over with us. It'd be a little bit trickier.
Right.